Hello everyone, I just watched Season 1, Episode 7 of Arrow, Muse of Fire. This episode starts off very interesting with Oliver's mother being nearly shot by someone speeding on a motorcycle. So Moira and Paul Kopani are having a talk when suddenly Paul is shot. Oliver chases after the person, leaving his mother in the street, and this becomes a big issue of this episode because Thea is getting more and more sketched out about Oliver because he left his mom, who was nearly shot dead, just lying in the street. But it turns out Moira was not the target, and it was actually a hit by a mob boss. So it turns out that Paul, the man she was talking to, worked for a man named Frank Bertinelli, and he is a big part in the Starling City Mafia. So Oliver decides to go undercover to get more information. So he goes over to meet with Frank, and they talk business before he's called away before he has to leave for another meeting. And the twist here is that Frank's daughter is the girl who was on the motorcycle who shot Paul, so she is going against her own family at this point. Oliver doesn't know this yet. Frank essentially pawns off his daughter to go have dinner with Oliver. So then Oliver and Helena end up going for a nice dinner, having a great time because they can finally be themselves with each other. Oliver has no connections to her, so he can be as free and truthful as he wants. The restaurant goes under attack though after they leave, but Oliver obviously saves the day, but Helena appears as well, and then Oliver ends up smashing through her motorcycle helmet during a fight, revealing her true identity. They explain later that Helena's fiance was killed because the mafia thought he was digging up evidence, but it was actually Helena that was digging up the evidence, but they went after and killed her fiance instead, and she thinks that her father is a monster and goes against the family to get justice and do what is right. This is where Helena and Oliver have parallels to each other because they are both connected by family somehow to the beast that they are trying to destroy, so it makes for an interesting dynamic here because by the end of the episode they are so open with each other and embrace right as the episode ends. It's great that Oliver is finally able to get some stress off of his shoulders and let out everything he's been hiding, finding someone so similar to him. I gotta say, the actress playing Helena isn't that great. Maybe she'll grow on me, but I know it's a CW show, but you could have done better. Another crazy twist this episode is that the guy who Moira, Oliver's mom, keeps talking with in the limo, who is clearly in on the Queen's Gambit crash, is actually Tommy's father, who just recently cut him off all his money, so now Tommy is basically a lone wolf. Tommy and Laurel flesh out the relationship a bit more in this episode as Tommy tries to rekindle the fire they had, but he still wishes they could start over. I'm not so sure if Tommy is right for Laurel, and at this point he may just become a burden. Walter also comes back out of nowhere saying he misses his wife. Not sure if he's being truthful or not, but hey, at least he's back. Overall, it was a decent episode, moving the story forward. The story of Starling City, not much happened besides introducing Helena and the mob storyline, but this was the first episode we also didn't get any flashbacks to Oliver on the island. Wasn't really crazy about this episode, but overall, it was still solid.